Okay, so it's the time for the clinical striker build. I have to admit, this build is actually the most insane build I have probably used on any FIFA. I said this in the first starter build and I thought it can't surely get any better. Well, this build at the moment, I do think it can. We are not using the lengthy either. This is actually the explosive striker build. We are using the buzz animation as well, which obviously if you know the channel, we've been using that for quite a while. The El Pato would probably work really well too, but I do still think with the conversion rates like you can see there being near enough 70%, so 7 out of 10 shots are going in with this build. Now if that doesn't say this is a meta build, I don't know what does. Like, this is probably one of the highest conversions in FIFA 23, at least on Xbox, on a new gen. So we ain't using the old gen either, which, you know, some people I reckon would probably think that is the only way you're going to score 3 or 4 goals a game. Well, that's actually 2 goals a game almost on the stats, but just remember this, a lot of people have been backing out. So if you think about the games what I backed out, this is definitely a 2 goal a game build. And there has been some games where I've managed to score 4 or 5 quite consistently. And again, the team play from the teammates with the other builds, which I'm going to be sharing, is going to be also very important. But we do go with the poacher, active first touch, skilled dribbler. We have a few archetypes on this build. There will be more to come. Remember, this is only level 80, so 20 more levels to go. We will be able to add some physical to this build, which again means that even small builds will still be a very effective way to play. Because you think about it, most people avoid small builds because they're weak, but let me know now if you think this is weak, because at the end of the day, at 5'3", which I only use again because I like dribbling in small tight spaces, we have 73 strength. And if you think about that, that's quite a lot for a player at that size. And you can easily get the stamina up, the reactions up in the 90s. So I recommend doing that as well if you haven't, because I tell you what, as soon as I put stamina on the build, it's insane, especially with this dribbling you're seeing right here. Maxed out dribbling. You could even go for the 5-star skills, which I probably might do with the end build, but right now the dribbling on this build is unreal. And this is the ST. Now if you use the winger, I will let you know it has less composure, has less strength, and it does have less shot power. Now in my opinion, them 3 things can help you get more goals, so I do recommend giving the striker build a go, and maybe even the centre forward. I have to admit, that does look insane for the dribbling, does also have better passing, just a little less pace, so it depends on your style of play. If you're a pace merchant, I recommend even trying the lengthy builds, but again, if you're one of them who wants to get in the box and do the dribbling, you cannot be using those lengthy builds as much. They have 70 something agility, 80 agility. You know, if you're talking 14 strength above, the max you're going to be able to really get is like 80, so 82, 83 agility. Now with me, I'm a tiki-taka player. I like playing quick one-touch football. I don't like playing that long ball, cross it, all of that, like, you know, in behind stuff. This build could easily still get in behind. It has 95 pace. The explosive meta is still a thing. Please believe me. If you're using lengthy and you're like, what is going on? We're still struggling. It's not just about straight line sprinting on this FIFA. It's about build up. It's about tiki-taka. It's about goals. It's not about playing one lump football with a lengthy build and thinking you're all Haaland. You've still got to be good if you're using a lengthy build as well in certain aspects of understanding how to play a target man style or a lengthy build style. And trust me, with the lengthy centre backs, it's quite easy to stop those lengthy players. And again, the short distances are where it matters most in football, in my opinion, because that's where it all gets decided. If you do want more builds, and again, this does have 2 builds in it. That was the winger build, the other variation you just seen before. And again, that will help you with the dribbling in the box. But please leave a like if this did help. And remember to subscribe if you do want to see more videos in the future. Peace out, guys.